I would say I'm a preacher of peace. So when it comes to me, I wouldn't just sit and just be like, I won't talk to this person.
It feels like I'm in the house all over again, and it's just a lot of unnecessary tension and pressure.
Wow, so it's official. The reunion has started, and guys, I'm gonna be frank with you all. I was quite impressed with the intro. Yes, I absolutely loved it. I did not see it coming. As a matter of fact, I was actually expecting the same old red carpet, you know, entrance, the grand red carpet intro that we have had since the past two reunions, right? So I was kind of expecting that, but wow, production actually blew me away, guys. I must confess, I did not see the style coming at all. And as I said before, I absolutely loved it. It was genius, very innovative. I mean, guys, in case you were not aware, these people literally gave us a part 2 of Big Brother Naija Level Up show, Capetown South African edition. Yes, if you've been watching reality TV shows like Young, Famous and African, yes guys, it just totally exuded that kind of ambience. It exuded that kind of I don't know, that kind of vibe, and it made it very unique. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And in a way, it kind of gave me an insight of a bit of the drama that actually happened, you know, with the housemates Capetown trip. Yes, remember, I think, was it early this year or maybe late last year when the housemates had traveled to South Africa, courtesy of Pepsi, and there was just a lot of basketballs on Twitter. Craziness here and there. Adekunle had, you know, spilled some tea on Twitter, and we were all wondering what the hell was going on with those housemates over there, you know. So it was quite an eye-opener, right, watching this introduction to the reunion show, and the production team decided to give us just a glimpse of what had actually gone down in Capetown. So, you know what, guys, I'm just super excited. I really loved it. And there's quite a number of things that I observed from this brief introduction that they gave to us, which I'm going to be spilling with all of you on this particular video. So please make sure you watch till the end. There's a lot to talk about. Just watch till the end. And officially, you are all specially welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi, my name is Bbnaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija, and I am the girl with the tea. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the tea. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you're yet to become a part of this community officially, please do not hesitate to do exactly what you see on your screen. All right, now quickly, let's proceed into the details of this video. I think it's right to say that South African trip was more like a content creation trip for the production team of Big Brother Naija, and I think that was an absolute genius idea. Yes, so they really utilized to the fullest every single moment of that trip to create this beautiful intro that we just saw, you know, of the reunion show. And guys, whoever came up with that genius idea, a massive accolades to that person. I totally loved it, you know. So it just goes to show that these people actually have a plan, right? That trip to Capetown was not a total waste. And you know, this was one of those things that we kept on asking for, that oh my god, it seems like after every season of Big Brother now, these housemates will pack themselves outside the country, and that's where they will go and create more drama, and then we will be back here in Nigeria, and then we're wondering, we're confused that what the hell is going on, you know. So it seems as though they kind of answered our curiosity, they kind of fed into it, and they delivered partially. So the reunion did not start in Ebuka's usual format of questioning the housemates and the housemates responding to Ebuka's questions. No, what we got was all about the Capetown trip, and it was not just your regular type of Capetown trip. They delivered it to us, they dished it out to us, they served it to us on a platter of another kind of reality TV show format. Yes, I mentioned before that if you've been watching reality TV shows like Young, Famous and African, maybe Real Housewives, any of the franchise, guys, you would definitely relate with the style that they captured that Cape Town trip. It was absolutely beautiful. And another thing that was quite exciting about what we were shown was the outside Big Brother's house diary session. In other words, the Cape Town confessionals. It was more like diaries from Cape Town, South Africa, guys. I totally loved the questions that the housemates were asked, you know, questions like who was the most pretentious housemate? Who are you bonding with? Which housemate do you think will never be friends? Or which housemate do you think used which housemate? And it was also quite interesting to see that some of the housemates were kind of holding back from, you know, saying too much or even spilling too much, because of course, just as expected, they were on that trip and most of them, they were trying to bury the hatchet. Most of them were trying to bond, as some of them said. Some of them were still kind of holding on to the tension and the grudges, aka Adekunle, aka Bella. Yes, I mean, it was quite hilarious when she was asked during her brief confessional, you know, that who is she bonding with, and for her, I'm not one to make friends. Guys, that was very, very hilarious. And then Adekunle had mentioned something, you know, during one of those quick clips that we saw, you know, that, oh my God, that the trip was more like he was all over again in Big Brother's house because there was just so much unnecessary tension and pressure. And guys, if you cast your mind back to, I think late last year or maybe early this year, I can't really remember the time now, but Adekunle had actually mentioned something like that on Twitter, and it has sparked up some crazy conversation, and we all got to find out that those words were kind of directed at Shegs, who was doing too much at the time, according to the gist we heard on social media, that Shegs was doing too much at the time to impress his girl, Bella. And apparently, Bella and Shegs had used that South African trip to kind of bond, to kind of get to know each other better. So it was also quite hilarious for me when the housemates were getting asked, you know, what the highlight of their trip was, you know, who they were bonding with, and Shegs and Bella's response was spending more time together with their partner. You know, so it kind of made me laugh that, okay, so these people were not even interested in getting to know their fellow housemates better. Very hilarious. But anyways, another interesting thing about that Cape Town trip that I absolutely love was the fact that it was sort of like another opportunity, you know, for all the level of housemates to get to know one another better. Yes, because guys, if you all recall the format of that season, there were 2 levels officially the entire season, and then there was supposed to be a level 3, but that did not really work. That was more like an afterthought. Yes, a very, very bland afterthought. We talked about that during one of my live streams. Yes, so because of the way the season was actually tailored, yes, level 1 and the level 2, you could sense that rivalry the entire season. That was more like the foundation for most of the beefs, you know, that panned out throughout the entire season and even after the show. So it became a thing of those who are in level 1, they bonded more together. Those who are in level 2, they also bonded more with their own fellow, you know, colleagues that shared the same level with them. So I kind of loved the whole concept of this Cape Town trip, right? It was more like an opportunity for the housemates to bond more, get to know each other better, and I doubt if they actually really did get to know each other better from some of the things that most of them were saying. And another thing I saw from this intro of the reunion that actually piqued up my interest was where they were asked during their brief confessionals who the most pretentious housemate was. And Amaka was talking about, oh, she thinks she is the most pretentious. And I'm like, okay. Okay. But you know, the highlight for me with all of these questions that these housemates were asked on this intro that we watched tonight, you know, is what is to come in the reunion itself. Remember, most of the questions they were asked in their little confessionals was probably months ago, before the actual reunion was actually shot, right? So I'm actually looking forward to what their perspective will be now. Hopefully from tomorrow, we're going to start seeing more action, you know, on the reunion show. And then we will now know if the perception, you know, that they have of each other or of one another is going to still remain the same as what they said on this introduction, you know, whilst they were in Cape Town, or if it's changed by the time the reunion show was being shot. Another thing I noticed was that Adekunle sure had a lot to say. The guy had this cloud over him. He had this gloominess over him, you know, and it's making me anticipate Adekunle's role in this entire reunion show, guys. We know that Adekunle had a lot of issues with, you know, most of his fellow housemates, especially Shegs and Bella. So I cannot wait, guys. But overall, I totally enjoyed this new style, you know, for the reunion's introduction. As I said before, accolades to the entire production team and whoever came up with this genius idea. But that's just my frank opinion. I would love to know what you all think about it, so please just go ahead and share in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija. Have an amazing evening. Bye.